Hello everyone. I am super delighted to welcome Akhil from MeepleSyrup, the Akhil from MeepleSyrup. Hi Akhil,
Hi,
welcome
hi.
to TTOX
Thanks for
edition
having me.
6.0. You have been an avid supporter of TTOX since its inception,
Yeah.
and it's a delight to have you as one of our main sponsors here.
Yeah, it's incredible because I was just like earlier taking a picture of my volunteer tag from last TTOX to now being a sponsor. It's just
Yeah.
surreal to have that. But yeah, I've been there from I think the first TTOX that ever happened. That was 2024, right?
2020,
Yeah, last year
yes,
January. Yeah, yeah.
2024 Jan.
So I think I've been there for everything except the one which happened.
Chennai or
Yeah,
Coimbatore.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
That I
yes.
couldn't come to, but yeah.
Bangalore ones we haven't missed at all.
I've not missed even
Yes.
one, and I've always, I think, been around to help around, and yeah, it's just
That
been a blast.
enthusiasm also shows because you have shared a lot of your game collection with a previous edition.
Yeah.
And people will be like, whose game is this? Some maniac who spent $100 on just getting it to India or kickstarting or backing the project. But yes, your own game collection is massive. May I ask how many games do you have?
I currently have around 260 to 270 games. Actually, no, I have to recount because I just got like 5 games, like 5 to 6 games
Yes.
right now. But yeah, I have a decent collection. I wouldn't say it's the biggest of them all, but I think something that I do pride in is the fact that I do have a lot of titles that are very, very hard to find, and some had to, like, a premium tag had to be paid. But yeah, I think, yeah.
Now that I is going to change to V, that V is MeepleSyrup.
Yeah.
So MeepleSyrup Cafe has just recently opened. And can you tell us a little bit more about your journey into MeepleSyrup and what is it about?
Yeah. So technically it hasn't been opened yet, but we are working on it.
Yep.
Hopefully by the end of next month. But yeah. So the journey started around 2.5 years ago. I still had about 130 games, and it was just collecting dust. I loved buying these games and keeping it in like a shelf and
Collector.
Yeah, the collector mindset was there.
Yeah.
So I had these games, and I could play them on and off with my cousins or my brother, sister-in-law. A few friends would come off, and we would end up playing a little bit. But most of them were just staying in the shelf. And I've been to VPO, I've been to these other communities and had a lot of fun. And I wanted to play my own games, so I was like, okay, I need to do this somehow. So then, yeah, 2.5 years ago, I just started. Like, I just thought, okay, fine, I'll just create a community. And I initially just started with a few friends who would just come over at home to play. Even I think the first entire year or so, I was hosting just at home. Like, I think on a Saturday I would host at home.
Right.
I would call people, and it was for free also. So I call people over. Like, first it was
Casually,
friends, and
yeah.
then casually, like, as
A few more friends of friends, and the
exactly,
word
it just
spreads.
comes off. And
Then this is this exclusive hidden event happening.
yeah,
in
something
somebody's
like
house.
that. Yeah, true. And then these guys who come over, they're like, why are you not charging? You charge us. I'm like, I don't want to charge. I just want to keep it free for now. But then they asked me to charge, and then I slowly started like $100 and whatnot.
Yeah.
And slowly the community grew, and then home was not enough. Like,
Yeah.
10, I could at max host 10 people. That space was now starting to be a
Right.
limiting factor. Then I was lucky enough to find a lot of partners that wanted to bring me over, and
Yes.
yeah, I think the rest is history. Like,
And this exponential growth, the snowball effect of starting from your living room, starting with your immediate family, to exponentially growing it to these other members, extending that warmth. When did your hobby turn into passion? Like, you want to share it with all. So now, what has been your background professionally?
so
Have you always been a gamer?
I've always been a gamer. Yeah, I used to play a lot of video games. I used to be an avid PC gamer, but then I don't know. Slowly, it took a backseat, and board games became the forefront. And yeah, I mean, I started playing games. So I used to work at Byju's. So back in Byju's, I got introduced to the world of board games. We had a chief creative officer.
Okay.
He had these really cool games, Betrayal, and House of. It's the
And
first
House
time
of
I'm seeing
Mirror.
games outside of Monopoly
Yeah,
and these other games.
Catan or whatever,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. So it was very crazy. Like, there's this haunted house. You can explore the haunted house, and you can get haunted. Really
Yeah.
wild concepts. So I started playing with them, and then that's when I think I heard about Victory Point, Veep, and all those. And I
Yes.
started going to their events. Then I wanted to get these games. So Kickstarter, like you said, I think I was going around looking at these games, and then I found Nemesis, and I'm like, oh my god, look at all these miniatures. And I just,
Yeah.
I just fell into this
Yeah.
pitfall of
And there has been no looking back.
exactly. Yeah,
And there are
yeah.
never enough games.
There is never enough games.
But also, I would say one thing for Akhil, like as much has been an avid collector, hobbyist turning into a professional gamer full time, starting something like MeepleSyrup has not been an easy feat, and especially in the time that it has taken. So, to reach this point, also, what is your objective for the community and for MeepleSyrup Cafe in Bangalore, particularly,
Yeah.
where we have a lot of other communities also? What is it that we can expect from MeepleSyrup? Whom is it open for? And is it going to be a charged event? And are you going to think about different formats of engaging with our
Yeah.
amazing Bangalore folks? What is
Huh.
it?
So the aim of MeepleSyrup has always been to build that community. I mean, it stemmed from the fact that I wanted people to play with, but then it's a similar this thing, right? It's in the sense we are all in this like rat race, constantly working and just like no
Yeah.
breaks, hustle culture.
Hustle culture.
Exactly, right? So everyone needs that outlet where they can chill and relax and play a little bit, like unwind. Exactly, like the word that I've always gravitated
Yeah.
to was the third place, right? Like I'm not sure if you're familiar with the third place, but if people are not familiar, the first place is your home, your parents, your brothers, siblings, all of those people. Your second place is your work. Your work should just be your second place. For most people, it's their first place. But and your third place is where you actually have lasting relationships and friends and people you bond with, right? Like just like I said, friends.
Yes.
Like Central Perk for
Chosen
friends.
family. That's the
Exactly.
chosen
Yeah.
family.
That is not there
My
anymore.
people, yeah.
That is not there anymore. And
Yeah.
my mission, I think, once the community started, was to have that place where people just can just come in, meet people, make friends, play
Interact,
games.
yeah.
And I've always been a proponent of the fact that board games could be the best way for people to socialize, especially those that are not that, it's not that easy for them to socialize, right?
Right.
Introverts.
For introverts.
Exactly.
For anybody who's socially awkward, because not
Exactly.
everybody is an extrovert.
Yeah.
Not everyone has a hobby to lean on to. Not everybody is going to do whatever, embroidery or crochet or cooking
Exactly,
or baking.
yeah.
But games,
It's very
everybody
easy.
plays.
Everybody plays.
Everybody has played at some point in their lives.
Exactly.
And to rekindle that interest through bringing a gamut of games through one library, being open to public,
Yeah.
and in a setting which is also a cafe and is also a space, which is the third space.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
think
like
that's
you said,
fantastic.
everybody plays. Like I'm also one of those people who believe that. See, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not into board games." I believe that everybody
Not
is.
true, yeah.
It's just that you haven't found the right type of game for you.
Probably.
Right? Like some people might love heavy strategy games, but they got exposed to exploding kittens and like, this is not for me, right? And same goes the other way around. You might love exploding kittens and taco cat coaches, but you got introduced to Catan and you're like, too much for me, right?
Everybody doesn't like the same cuisine. The
Exactly.
analogy I would say is like, till the time you have not tried something, you would not know
would
what
not
you
know.
like more
Yeah.
than what you existingly like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like you were asking about, MeepleSyrup is a place where I want to focus. I don't want to focus on anybody. Like it's not like I want to focus on heavy strategy
This versus that,
gamers. I
correct.
don't want to focus on gateway gamers. I want to entertain the entire crowd because, like, there are so many games. It's easy to love all of them.
Sutradhar. I think Akhil is going to be the Sutradhar who will be helping people connect with the kind of games they will fall in love
Yeah.
with. And the community itself will help each other explore these other games from that genre or that category. And there's something for everyone. So MeepleSyrup is the space. Can you tell us more about what are your Instagram handles? And
Yeah.
where is the location? Are there, what's the game plan?
Yeah, like like she was saying, we are MeepleSyrup. So we were originally called MeepleSyrup as the community. We
Yeah.
added the cafe later on, so our Insta handle is still Meeple.syrup, and yeah, we are opening soon by end of next month, basically next Jan.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, all goes well, we should be able to receive you awesome folks.
Save
by
the date,
February.
Jan 2026. Please follow Meeple.syrup on Instagram. That's where you will get most of the immediate highlights about what's happening, what's the progress, and support the community. I think that's one thing that goes without saying, that we are because you are. So all of these community built spaces thrive on the energy that we bring to a space. So thank you so much, Akhil,
Thank
for
you for
being part
having
of
me.
TTOX. Like, it's
Thank
always
you.
a pleasure
Yep.
having you over and being a part of this awesome community.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Oh my God.
Sit.